This is the Haftarah for Parshas Korach, but it's not the usual Haftarah. This week is Parshas Korach, but it's also Rosh Chodesh, the new moon, the new month. So it's a special reading which comes from the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verses 1 through 24. Verse 1. So says the Lord, the heavens are my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Which is the house that you will build for me, and which is the place of my rest? And all these my hand made, and all these have become, says the Lord. But to this one will I look, to one poor and of crushed spirit, who hastens to do my bidding. Whoever slaughters an ox has slain a man. He who slaughters a lamb is as though he beheads a dog. He who offers up a meal offering is like swine blood. He who burns frankincense brings a gift of violence. They, too, choose their ways, and their soul desire their abominations. I too will choose their mockeries, and their fears I will bring to them. Since I called and no one answered, I spoke and they did not hearken, and they did what was evil in my eyes, and what I did not wish they chose. Hearken to the word of the Lord, who quake at his word. Your brethren who hate you, who cast you out, said, for the sake of my name the Lord shall be glorified. But we will see your joy, and they shall be ashamed. There is a sound stirring from the city, a sound from the temple, the voice of the Lord recompensing his enemies. When she has not yet travailed, she has given birth. When the pang has not yet come to her, she has been delivered of a male child. Who heard anything like this? Who saw anything like these? Is a land born in one day? Is a nation born at once? That Zion both experienced birth pangs and bore her children? Will I bring to the birth stool and not cause to give birth? Says the Lord. Am I not he who causes to give birth? Now should I shut the womb? Says your God. Rejoice with Jerusalem and exult in her, all those who love her. Rejoice with her a rejoicing, all who mourn over her. In order that you suck and become sated from the breast of her consolations, in order that you drink deeply and delight from her approaching glory. For so says the Lord, behold, I will extend peace to you like a river, and like a flooding stream, the wealth of the nations, and you shall suck thereof. And on the side you shall be borne, and on knees you shall be dandled. Like a man whose mother consoles him, so will I console you, and in Jerusalem you shall be consoled. And you shall see, and your heart shall rejoice, and your bones shall bloom like grass, and the hand of the Lord shall be known to his servants, and he shall be wroth with his enemies. For behold, the Lord shall come with fire, and like a tempest his chariots, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For with fire will the Lord contend, and with his word, and with his sword with all flesh, and those slain by the Lord shall be many. Those who prepare themselves and purify themselves to the gardens, one after another in the middle, those who eat the flesh of the swine and the detestable thing, and the rodent shall perish together, says the Lord. And I, their deeds and their thoughts, have come to gather all the nations and the tongues, and they shall come, and they shall see my glory. And I will place a sign upon them, and I will send from them refugees to the nations, Tarshish, Pul, and Lud, who draw the bow, to Tubal and Javan, the distant islands who did not hear of my fame and do not see my glory, and they shall recount my glory among the nations. And they shall bring all your brethren from all the nations as a tribute to the Lord, with horses and with chariots and with covered wagons and with mules and with joyous songs upon my holy mount, Jerusalem, says the Lord, as the children of Israel bring the offering in a pure vessel to the house of the Lord. And from them too will I take for priests and for Levites, says the Lord. For as the new heavens and the new earth that I am making stand before me, says the Lord, so shall your seed and your name stand. And it shall be from new moon to new moon, and from Sabbath to Sabbath, that all flesh shall come to prostrate themselves before me, says the Lord. And they shall go out and see the corpses of the people who rebelled against me, for their worm shall not die, and their fire shall not be quenched, and they shall be an abhorring for all flesh.